Hey everybody, welcome back to the Karvin Katers Cooking Channel. Today we have buttermilk chocolate chip pancakes. And as always, we have our mise en place here, aka our prep, and that can be found in the description box. We're going to start off by melting our butter and then mixing in our wet ingredients, so hold on. Alright, while our butter's melting, we're going to start mixing in the wet ingredients. So we got our eggs, we're going to break those down, or break those up I should say. Break those up really well. We're going to add our buttermilk, and then we're going to set that off to the side and begin incorporating our dry ingredients together. Basically, we want to keep our dry and our wet separate just for now. Side notes for those that want to be super professional: of course, when you're doing baking, you usually want to weigh everything out by the weight. Usually gram is going to give you the best consistency as opposed to ounces, just because sometimes the things are just too small. But for the sake of home cooks and home bakers, we're not going to do any of that. Just use the cup measurements down below. And going forward as well, if you guys want to go for the extra layer, you can sift your flour if you want to. I'm confident that I will not get any lumps here, but you know, do you. So I'm going to start off by mixing in half of my dry ingredients using a whisk at this point. You don't over want to mix this just because we don't want a tough pancake. We want a nice, light, airy pancake. I'm going to start off by adding half of our butter. As you can see, it's not completely melted, so just add what's melted for now. Whisk that in. And then for the rest of our flour, we're going to fold that in, and the rest of our butter as well. As you begin to add your butter, you can see that sometimes it will separate, and that's not a big issue. Just mix it in again. It's not a big deal. And if it does separate a little bit, no worries. When you put it on your griddle, it just gives you an extra layer of flavor. But like I said, just whip it in again, no problem. Fold it over. And if you want, you can actually add your batter to the fridge for about 5 minutes while you heat up your griddle, just so that your butter can, you know, solidify just a little bit, so that when you put it on the grill, you get all that good stuff. But for the sake of this video, I didn't do all that. We're going to start off by putting it on our griddle. You can have fun with your griddle. If you have one, you know the deal. Sometimes one side is too hot, another one is not hot enough. Play with it, play with the gauges, try to get your temperatures as even as possible for even cooking pancakes. Even cooking pancakes. Ooh, say that fast. Alright, and for the chocolate chips, we want to add this while they begin to before they begin to bubble up. That way they can find their own little spot. And we're going to let that cook for about a minute and a half on one side. Just as the rims begin to dry out, that's when you want to flip that over. And as those begin to bubble and the sides begin to dry out, we're going to flip those over just as so. Try to be quick with this, otherwise it's just going to be messy. And as you can see, the lower part of my griddle is the hottest part, hence the difference in the air bubbles and coloration. And that's fine, because we're not in a restaurant right now, we're at home. So, you know, shady pancakes is all good as long as they taste right, and these do. Now, another tip while you're making chocolate chip pancakes, because you will yield a lot of pancakes from this batter, at least 25. Every time you finish making one batch, make sure that you pass a nice oil rag over your griddle, because some of the chocolate will melt on. And what happens is when you put your new batter on, all that chocolate is going to burn to your other one, and it could just make ugly pancakes. Now to finish this off, we're gonna hit it with some powdered sugar, some extra chocolate chips, and some maple syrup of your choice. Alright, and there you have it, some buttermilk chocolate chip pancakes. Now I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you guys have any questions, concerns, or compliments, you can drop a comment down below or interact with me and see more on my Instagram. Bye guys!